Welcome, my amazing friend. I'm truly glad you're here, because today we're going to talk about something that has the power to completely transform your life. We often think that change requires years, or luck, or a perfect moment. But the truth is far simpler and far more powerful. Change begins with just 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour a day can change how you speak, how you think, how you see yourself, and how you move through the world. 1 hour of focused learning can build your English skills, boost your confidence, sharpen your mindset, and open doors you never imagined. This single hour is the line between wishing and becoming. It's not magic, it's not talent. It's the quiet power of consistency, discipline, and belief in yourself. And if you're ready to grow, if you're ready to stop saying one day and start saying day one, then stay with me, because in this video we will walk together through the powerful journey of how a single daily hour can change your English, your confidence, and your entire life. Before we begin, make sure you like this video, subscribe to English Empire, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson that pushes you closer to your goals. Now take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. Because your transformation starts right now. Let's begin this journey together. We all have 24 hours in a day. Students, workers, parents, dreamers, the successful and the struggling. Everyone gets the exact same amount of time. But what separates people is not how many hours they have. It's how they use just one of them. One single hour spent with intention can change everything. Your language, your mindset, your confidence, your future. This is the story of that 1 hour, the hour that slowly reshapes your life in ways you didn't think were possible. When people think about learning English, they imagine years of grammar books, long vocabulary lists, complicated rules, and endless pronunciation drills. They get overwhelmed before they even begin. But the truth is simple: you do not need to study 10 hours a day. You only need one focused hour every single day to begin changing your life. That 1 hour is powerful not because of its length, but because of its consistency. Most people underestimate how far small daily effort can take them. They believe success requires huge, dramatic actions. But real success is built on tiny steps repeated again and again. 1 hour may feel small today, but multiplied across weeks and months, it becomes hundreds of hours of focused growth. It becomes the difference between someone who wishes they could speak English and someone who actually can. Imagine spending 1 hour every day listening, speaking, reading, and writing in English. In just a few weeks, your ears begin catching new sounds. In a few months, your tongue shapes new words with ease. And after a year, you're not just speaking English, you're thinking in English. That's the quiet power hidden inside your hour. It's not just time. It's a seed, a spark, a tool, a promise to your future self. But here's the problem almost everyone faces: the myth of no time. Nearly everyone says the same thing: I'm too busy. It's the world's most common excuse. But if we look honestly, we all waste hours without noticing, scrolling through social media, watching random videos, or complaining about not having enough time. If you took just one wasted hour and redirected it toward learning, your entire story could change. When you say you have no time, you don't mean you're busy. You mean your priorities are somewhere else. The truth is, we always make time for what matters. If English truly mattered, you would find that 1 hour. You could wake up an hour earlier, stay up an hour later, or even study during lunch. Successful learners don't have more time, they simply use their time better. And when you spend 1 hour watching an English video instead of random ones, your listening improves. 1 hour reading English instead of scrolling improves vocabulary. 1 hour speaking aloud, recording yourself, shadowing dialogues, practicing conversations, builds confidence. That's how the magic begins. Not by finding time, but by reclaiming it. Now let's talk about something people struggle with more than anything: confidence. Confidence doesn't come from knowing every grammar rule or remembering every word. It comes from using what you already know. Many learners understand English but freeze the moment they try to speak. They are afraid of mistakes, of judgment, of sounding wrong. But fear fades only through action, through daily practice inside that 1 hour. Confidence is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. If you train it, it grows. The first time you speak English, you may feel nervous and hesitate. The 10th time, you hesitate a little less. The 100th time, the words flow more naturally. That is the power of repetition inside your 1 hour habit. During your daily session, don't just study the language, use it. Don't just memorize vocabulary, speak it. Don't just read aloud. Don't just listen, imitate. When you actively use the language, your brain rewires itself. English becomes less foreign and more familiar. It becomes a part of who you are. Remember, your goal is not perfection. Your goal is progress. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, you are training your courage. Every time you listen to something difficult, you're expanding your comfort zone. Confidence doesn't grow by knowing more. It grows by doing more. But here's something important: no habit survives on motivation alone. Motivation comes and goes. It rises and falls. What keeps you going isn't motivation, it's ritual. A ritual is something you do automatically, like brushing your teeth or locking your door. You don't need motivation for it. You simply do it because it's part of your day. To make your 1 hour English routine stick, you must turn it into a ritual. Choose a fixed time and place. Maybe early morning when the world is quiet. Maybe evening after work with a cup of tea. Set a boundary around that hour. It belongs to you, and only you. Then divide your hour into 4 balanced parts: 15 minutes of listening to podcasts, YouTube channels, or audiobooks, 15 minutes of reading articles, short stories, or dialogues, 15 minutes of speaking aloud, recording yourself, or shadowing conversations, and 15 minutes of writing, journaling, or summarizing what you learned. This balance exposes your brain to the full experience of the language. You hear it, see it, speak it, and create it. Over time, English becomes something you do daily, naturally, without forcing it. It becomes part of your life. Keep a small journal or digital notebook. Write down new phrases, expressions, or lessons that stood out. Track your progress weekly. When you see evidence of growth, your brain becomes motivated to continue. Momentum feeds discipline. Discipline creates consistency. Consistency creates fluency. Now let's look deeper into the science behind this 1 hour. Why does it work so effectively? Because your brain thrives on focused attention. In modern life, your attention is constantly pulled apart by notifications, messages, noise, distractions. But when you give your mind 1 hour of uninterrupted focus, something powerful happens. You enter a state of flow. In flow, time feels lighter. Learning becomes easier. Information sticks more deeply. This state strengthens neural pathways, helping your brain store and recall information faster. That's why one focused hour is more powerful than 3 distracted hours. Language also relies on spaced repetition, reviewing information regularly so it moves into long-term memory. Your daily hour naturally creates that repetition. Your brain begins linking patterns, predicting meanings, and forming habits automatically. And something even more beautiful happens. Consistency changes your identity. When you show up every day for your hour, you begin to see yourself not as someone trying to learn English, but as someone who learns English. That identity shift changes everything. When you identify as an English speaker, your brain supports that belief with confidence and action. Now imagine the possibilities. After 1 month of daily 1-hour sessions, you have already spent more than 30 hours in English. That's like immersing yourself in the language for an entire weekend. After 6 months, you have spent 180 hours, equal to a full university course. After 1 year, you have 365 hours of dedicated learning. Hundreds of conversations. Dozens of movies. Thousands of new words. And the transformation doesn't stop there. That 1 hour begins to flow into the rest of your life. You become more focused at work. Your mind becomes clearer. Your confidence grows. You start believing, if I can learn English, I can learn anything. Learning English becomes the training ground for becoming a stronger, more disciplined version of yourself. That's the real power of this journey. But fear often stands in the way. Many learners stop because they're afraid of being wrong or sounding strange. But what if you replaced fear with curiosity? Instead of thinking, what if I make a mistake? Think, what can I learn from this? Instead of thinking, my accent is bad, think, how can I make it better? Curiosity transforms fear into fuel. Your 1-hour practice becomes a safe space. No judgment, no pressure, no competition. Just you and your growth. Speak freely. Experiment. Laugh at your mistakes. Try new expressions. Let English be an adventure, not an exam. Because learning English creates something beautiful inside you, a confidence loop. When you practice, you improve. When you improve, you feel confident. When you feel confident, you practice even more. It becomes a positive cycle. But if you avoid speaking out of fear, the cycle works in reverse. Your improvement slows, your confidence drops, and your fear grows stronger. This is why your daily hour is so important. It keeps you inside the positive loop. Every small win becomes fuel. Pronouncing a difficult word, finishing a page, understanding a video, these tiny achievements build your confidence brick by brick. At the end of each hour, write one line starting with "Today I learned" or "Today I did well at." This simple habit creates a powerful track record of your growth. Over time, these lines become proof of your transformation. But inside every learner, there's another challenge, the voice in your head. The voice that says you're not good enough. The voice that says your accent is wrong, your grammar is weak, your progress is slow. But here's the truth, that voice is not reality. It's fear disguised as logic. And the more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes. But with every hour you dedicate, with every sentence you speak, you silence that voice. You teach it that you are in control. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to act while fear still whispers. And every time you show up, that whisper becomes quieter, until one day it turns into encouragement. Your 1 hour is not just training your language. It's training your inner strength. And remember, learning English isn't just mental. Your body plays a role too. Your posture, your breathing, your facial expressions, all of these affect how confidently you speak. Before starting your session, sit upright. Take a deep breath. Smile. These small physical actions send signals to your brain saying, I'm ready to learn. When you speak aloud, use gestures. When you imitate dialogues, copy tone and emotion. Treat it like a performance. Your body and mind learn faster when they work together. Record yourself often. Not to judge, but to see your progress. You'll notice how your tone becomes clearer, stronger, and more natural as weeks go by. You will hear the sound of your own growth. Slowly, English stops being something you study. It becomes something you live. If your goal is fluency, English must become a lifestyle. Watch movies in English. Listen to music with intention. Change your phone's language. Speak to yourself while doing daily tasks. Let English surround you, gently and naturally. But remember, your 1 hour remains the heart of your journey, the core of your growth. Everything else adds flavor, but that hour builds the foundation. Over time, something magical happens. You start experiencing an identity shift. At first, English feels foreign. The rhythm feels strange. The words feel heavy on your tongue. But after weeks of consistent practice, you start recognizing phrases instantly. You understand jokes. You dream in English. You stop translating in your mind. You begin thinking directly in English. That is when the language becomes part of who you are. You are no longer just a learner. You become a speaker, a communicator, someone who expresses their true personality in English. Your humor, your emotions, your thoughts, everything starts flowing more naturally. You stop fearing mistakes because you realize language is not about perfection. It's about connection. Once you build this confidence, something extraordinary happens. It spreads into every part of your life. You walk with more certainty. You speak with more clarity. You take on challenges you once avoided. You begin believing in yourself. The confidence you build through English becomes the confidence you use everywhere. You realize that if 1 hour a day can improve your language, it can improve your fitness, your career, your discipline, your life. That's the ripple effect of confidence. It transforms everything it touches. And then, finally, you understand the difference between dreamers and doers. Everyone dreams of speaking English fluently. But very few actually become fluent. The difference isn't talent. It isn't intelligence. It isn't luck. The difference is habit. Dreamers talk about what they'll do someday. Doers take 1 hour and start today. Every time you use your 1 hour wisely, you choose to be a doer. Every day you repeat it, you build a future you can be proud of. You don't need to announce it. Your progress will speak louder than words. And the most beautiful part? This 1 hour habit becomes a lifetime habit. Once your English improves, new opportunities open. You meet new people, travel with confidence, study internationally, understand global content, and find better jobs. Every new opportunity strengthens your desire to keep learning. Your 1 hour becomes a source of growth, inspiration, and transformation for years to come. Because in the end, the hour you almost ignored becomes the hour that changes everything. Learning English stops being a task. It becomes a lifelong companion. When you look back, you won't remember every lesson you studied, but you will remember the moments you pushed through when you didn't feel like studying. You'll remember the first time you understood a movie without subtitles, the moment someone complimented your pronunciation, and the pride you felt when you realized you were finally improving. These are the milestones that make every minute worth it. By now, you understand that one focused hour can truly change your life. But the real question is, how do you use that hour in the best possible way? Because the truth is, not all hours are equal. Some people spend an hour studying without focus, while others turn the same hour into an explosion of progress. The difference is structure, mindset, and emotional energy. And now it's time to understand how your 1 hour can become more powerful than most people's entire day, how to train your mind, use smart techniques, and turn your routine into a system of unstoppable improvement. The first thing to understand is that progress depends on energy, not just time. If you sit down tired, distracted, or bored, that hour gives you very little. But if you enter with clear focus and intention, that same hour becomes 10 times more productive. That's why you must schedule your learning time when your energy is naturally high. For some, it's early morning. For others, it's late evening when the world becomes quiet. Find your peak focus zone and protect it. Before you begin, clear your space, turn off notifications, prepare your materials, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, this hour is mine, and no one can take it from me. Treat it as a meeting with your future self, the fluent, confident version of you that you are becoming day by day. Now imagine dividing that powerful hour into 4 balanced phases, each one training a different skill and keeping your mind active. Begin with listening, giving your full attention without multitasking. Choose something slightly above your level: podcasts, YouTube videos with subtitles, movie clips, or TED Talks. Focus on understanding the message, not on catching every single word. Write down new phrases, replay them, imitate the speaker, and feel the rhythm of English in your ears. Then shift to reading, an article, a short story, or a few pages of a book. Highlight new words, read aloud occasionally, and ask yourself what the main idea is and which expressions you can use in your life. Next comes speaking, the most transformative part. Speak every day, even if you're alone. Shadow native speakers, record yourself, describe your day, join a language exchange, or practice with an AI partner. Use your body, stand up, move, speak with emotion, because emotion makes learning deeper. Finally, spend 15 minutes writing. Summarize what you learned, write your thoughts or a small story, and don't worry about grammar at first. Writing consolidates everything: thinking, vocabulary, and expression, and shows you how your ideas take shape. Along this journey, never fear mistakes. Most learners feel embarrassed when they make errors, but mistakes are not failures, they are mirrors. Each one shows you exactly what your mind is learning. Capture your mistakes, analyze them, understand why they happened, and correct them. The people who learn fastest are not the ones who make the fewest mistakes, they are the ones who learn from them. And whenever you feel nervous speaking English, use the powerful 3x3 confidence strategy. Choose 3 simple topics you can always talk about, prepare 3 easy sentences for each, and practice them until they become natural. This gives your brain a safe starting point, and once you begin speaking, new words start flowing naturally. Confidence doesn't come from perfection, it comes from action. One of the most powerful techniques for fluency is shadowing. Take a short clip, replay each sentence, and repeat immediately after the speaker, matching tone, speed, and emotion. Record yourself, compare, and practice again. This method builds pronunciation, intonation, rhythm, and confidence all at once. It is one of the fastest ways to sound natural in English. As you continue this journey, keep a small notebook, a confidence journal. After every session, write what you learned, what you did well, and what you want to improve tomorrow. After a month, when you look back, you will see your progress written clearly. This journal becomes proof of your discipline, your growth, and your consistency. Celebrate small wins. Many people give up because they wait for big results, but progress lives in small victories. Understanding a movie scene, ordering food in English, remembering a new phrase, these wins keep your motivation alive. Write them down and remind yourself that every small step matters. Your brain loves success, and celebrating progress makes you want to continue. Every learner eventually faces a plateau, a period where improvement feels slow. This is not failure, it is your brain reorganizing information before a breakthrough. To break the plateau, change your materials, increase difficulty slightly, or try something new like conversation clubs or teaching someone what you learned. Teaching is powerful because when you explain something, you learn it twice. Your environment shapes your progress more than you realize. If you surround yourself with English, through creators, books, apps, communities, or even by changing your phone language, your mind naturally starts thinking in English. You don't need to travel abroad, you just need to bring English into your world. Learning is not just mental, it's emotional. You learn faster when you connect emotionally. Feel the story you read, imagine yourself giving the speech you hear, and talk about real things when you speak. Emotion transforms memory into experience. That's why songs stay longer in your mind than vocabulary lists. Before each session, close your eyes for 1 minute and visualize yourself speaking fluently. Imagine your confidence, your smile, your voice. Visualization trains your subconscious mind to believe in your success, and your brain always works to make your beliefs real. For vocabulary, use the simple 5x5 system. Choose 5 new words a day and write 5 example sentences for each. In minutes, you learn not only the meaning but also real usage. By the end of a year, you'll have over 1,800 phrases ready for real-life conversations. Choose one part of your day or one place in your environment and make it an English-only zone. This trains your brain to switch languages naturally. English becomes part of your daily life, not a subject you study. After each session, teach what you learned, even to an imaginary audience. Explaining concepts out loud strengthens understanding and boosts confidence. This is why teachers often become fluent. They learn by teaching, and now you can use the same power. Consistency builds momentum. The hardest part is not starting, it's continuing. Never skip 2 days in a row. Mark your progress, reward yourself, and let your habit grow naturally like a snowball, small at first, but unstoppable as it rolls. There will be bad days, days when you feel tired or busy. But don't let them break your rhythm. If you can't study for an hour, study for 20 minutes. Read 1 paragraph. Listen to English while walking. What matters is not perfection, but persistence. The only real failure is stopping. At first, progress feels invisible, but slowly the silent transformation begins. You understand more, your sentences become smoother, and one day you reply instantly in English without thinking. You surprise yourself. You laugh at a movie joke, contribute in a meeting, or express your ideas clearly. That's when you realize your 1 hour was never small. It was a seed growing every day until you became fluent. The confidence you build in English spreads into every part of your life. You speak up more, you take opportunities, you overcome doubts, because you have proven to yourself that discipline works. You learn that small daily effort beats talent and luck, and that belief becomes your superpower. Transformation follows a simple circle. You start, you stay consistent, you celebrate progress, you gain confidence, and then you grow beyond your original goals. Once you complete this circle, you never return to your old mindset. You become someone who takes action, not someone who only dreams. Think about where you will be 1 year from now. If you commit to one focused hour a day, your English will change, your confidence will change, your life will change. One day someone will ask, "How did you become so fluent?" And you'll smile and say, "I gave myself 1 hour every day, and it changed everything." And that is your reminder, my amazing friend. One focused hour can truly rewrite your life. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start small. Start today. Let your 1 hour build your confidence, your fluency, and your future. And if this message inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to English Empire, your home for growth, language, and motivation. Keep learning, keep believing, and as always, I'll see you in the next journey.